way to do Suilven and maybe Canisp. Go to the car park. There's Suilven and Canisp. Takes a couple hours to even get to the base, to the bottom. And 10 minutes in, 5 minutes in. That's a race, 550 miles. There's a big 550-mile bike race. And there was also a run yesterday called Race to the Base. That was a run, but this is a bike race, 550 miles. Starts in Tyndrum. Some of this rock is 3 billion years old. I'll explain in a minute. Suilven and Canisp. Heading for Suilven. What a morning. Canisp. But we're heading for Suilven again. Last time we got surrounded by fog, couldn't see. But today should be good. Some stunning walk views. Okay, there's three main types of rock here. The oldest one is the Louisian, that's 3 billion years old. And then we have a lot of Torridon sandstone, which forms a lot of the peaks, which makes up what's really between quarter to a third of the way now. Well, that's the most random sign I've ever seen. Beware of slippery surfaces. Jeez, what an ascent! Starting to see a side view of Suilven. There's Canisp. Must be halfway at least now to the base, surely. Quite a bit over an hour. The old rock, the Louisian, gives its chalk and lochen scenery with all the little lakes, lochs and lochens, approaching some sort of bridge. We'll go to the path where you go left and right. That must be Canisp. That must be Suilven. Yeah. From here the left side looks higher. We're going up both sides anyway. Steep path in the middle, coming up. Starting to get higher now. Wow, the base of Suilven. Yeah, some of this Louisian rock is 3 billion years old. So there's three main types of stone here, I think. It's Louisian, which is 3 billion years old.
More peaks.
Torridon sandstone,
You can see now.
which is 1 billion years old.
Can't see Canisp just now. Behind there.
And we have some Cambrian quartzite. Some quartz also as well, not that much. It's mainly Louisian and Torridon sandstone.
This is where the fun bit starts. Oh, the fish. Cuckoo. You said. Someplace. Oh, path looks steep.
Random beach. Tiniest beach in Scotland. Finally, the fun bit. Between the two loch-ins. Third of the way up, at least, from the bottom. Wow, some munros there. Look at the lochs. The boulder steps of Suilven. Almost made it. Steep. Steep. Very steep. I think heading for there. That rock, I remember that rock last time, but it was really foggy. What a hike. Oh. What a viewpoint. and steep. Sun's coming out. Nice. Nice one. Coolest hike in Scotland, possibly. Oh, the sun's coming out. We've made it to the ridge. There's the wall. Wow. Oh, the hard bit now. Ooh. Can't slip here. Path is here actually. Some munros there as well. Better put the camera cap on. Bit more to go. On top of Suilven. A little bit left to go up this peak. On the ridge. It's quite narrow. We'll head up to the other peak as well. Need to check which one's the higher. Oh, bit of a scramble here. Need to be careful.
path.
Oh, narrow crossing. That was a narrow part of the ridge. Last bit of scramble, and we should be at the peak. Thought I lost the path. Uh-oh, the last bit. Looks like a bit of a scramble. Right, boys and girls. I hope this is the path. Yeah. Whew. Wow. Heart's racing. I don't understand rock climbers. Oh my god. Need to remember where to come down. I'll put an arrow here. That was a scramble and a half. Whoa. And he's done it. Wow. Top of Suilven. Suilven. Peak 1. There's still another little bit at the end. Next peak. Surrounded by munros and carved hills. Oh my god, need to find the stones. I put it out to get back down. Wow, almost died there. Lost the stones, had to make my own path down. and I left my bag, but I went back and found it. That was crazy. Right, other peak. Wow, it just came from there. Just had the break. Sun's out again. Heading for the little bit higher peak now. Wow. The ridge is quite narrow some places. Bit of scramble. Holding onto the grasses and heathers to my life. You can see the wall now. Random wall dividing the munro. There's quite a few folk going up. Drop. Hello. Let's go. There's the wall. Scramble. Last bit in the peak. There's people near the top. Oh, don't want to slip here. Some pinnacles. Steep path. 3 minutes from the top. And he's made it. The peak of Suilven. Loch Inver. Stac Pollaidh. That could be Benmore. Other peak of Suilven. Canisp. Made it. That must be Skye and the Outer Hebrides. Let's go. Going to decide if I'm going to do Canisp as well once I get down. Can't believe I climbed that. Oh, the Raven. Stac Pollaidh. What a nice day it's turned into. Boost. Oh, narrow part. Yeah, the main bit's not too bad. The harder part is the full ridge on the other side, I would say. This is quite severe as well though. More hikers. The peaks look amazing. Sharp pinnacles. It starts at sea level, so you get the full height of the hills. It's really glaciated as well. Look at that. Intricately carved landscape of Assynt. All the lakes and lochs, lochans. I'm gonna go into this thing. That was cool. Some viewpoint. Just stood up there. This must be top 5 hikes, scrambles, hikes, whatever you want to call it, in the UK. The Assynt landscape is just amazing. Ooh, just hurt my foot. First time, but it's fine. I thought I was going to have to curl up into a wall there and cry. I don't know how we got back down. random bit of path. Where did the sand come from? Yeah, that was sketchy coming down the other side. You can't see where you're going. It's that steep. It's a miracle I made it down. And then I left my bag at this point. I had to go back up a little bit to go and get that. It wasn't far though. There's no one else doing the other side as well, I noticed. Yeah, that's just the start where you come up. There's another steep bit over that as well. There's a few pinnacles. Quite a few. Must be at least a mile long, Suilven. Wonder how many steps, well, boulders, steps there is to come up here. A lot of these hills and munros have Gaelic and Old Norse names, like Skur and Skor. In Norse means pointed mountain. It sounds very similar. I think it's Skor or Skor in Norse and Sgur in Gaelic. There's the wall. A legend has it that two people fought for Assynt. It might have been two brothers, I'm not sure. Apparently a good one and a bad one, and the bad one won. And his name was Assynt or Assynt. That's where the name comes from. I need to read more into it. Haven't really had much signal over at the forestry job or time to do much research. But this hill's not even 800 metres, but it looks well over 1,000 from sea level. That's why the cairngorms look like smaller hills, apart from one or two. It's because you're already quite up quite high, over at Glencoe or whatever. Must be a big plateau, the Cairngorm Plateau. Oh. Just kicked that rock by accident. Gonna take somebody out. The boulders are not loose. There's not really been much or any loose boulders. The grip's been quite good when you're scrambling. Almost looks like there's concrete. They use concrete for that? That's crazy. maybe 2 people owned this and they divided it. It just ends there. You could just go around that. Oh, there's more. The Great Wall of Suilven. Yeah, my favourite places are definitely Assynt, Torridon, Glencoe, and obviously Fort William. Best places in Scotland. Have a break. Okay, my GoPro SD card is full, and I had an SD card and an Insta360 to try out. I haven't even really used it much. It looks steeper, it shows you more tour steepness, but honestly you don't really need more tour steepness here, it just looks really steep anyway in the GoPro. More people coming up, it's been quite busy actually. There's been the race as well with the 550 bike race, 550 miles, sorry. Oh, I couldn't be done with that. I think I would collapse after doing hard jobs and that. Maybe if I was fresh. There's some people going down there. Well, we're going off Suilven now. Off the ridge, steep staircase down. Good few thousand of them as well. Well, the lakes, should I say lochs, lochans. Just stood on that bit, that was crazy. I'm not gonna take any selfies or get any footage of my face. I majorly need a shave. I look like Robin Williams after that job from Jumanji. I've been through the jungle. Scramble. Jump. I think it's about 2 PM now. 8 o'clock. 6 hours. That took to come here 2 hours, traverse the ridge, muck about, do both peaks, do the full ridge. That's me on the way back down. A bit of faffing about and filming, eating. That took 6 hours. Definitely be back at 4 to the car park. But if I go for Canisp, then another 4 hours maybe max. 8 o'clock. That might be a bit too late. And still the second. It's hiding. Whoa. I slipped. We're gonna go in between the 2 lochs. The path must go at the end of that loch. I think I can see the lodge there.
quite a few miles.
Hello, doggy. Lots of steps. Yeah, I'm just thinking you could probably cycle this part from there. From that point. Probably not the main peak. But look, that's made to cycle. Should have took the Scot, not the Saracen. The mist is quite a bit heavier, and it'd be impossible to do any up cycling with it. Really, like the leg machine at the gym, even smaller hills. Bit sketchy turn here. Manage. That's sketch. No one couldn't do that. We might be able to go around. Hey, pros would easily do it. That's a pretty steep staircase as well. Have to lean back. With the armour on, that's doable. There's another viewpoint. You need to do those munros, they've got some cool peaks as well. Need to find out what they're called. Made it down. That's us at the bottom. I'm going to decide to go for Canisp in the next 5 minutes. We made it. That was good. That was one of my favourite hikes of all time. beautiful. Oh, I just found my stash. Nobody's took it. Water flask. That was lucky. For Canisp. Just came up here to get a viewpoint just off the path. Now we're heading for there. Decided to go since it's such a nice day. Might as well go and do Canisp as well. Get an amazing view of Suilven from the top. In between the two lochs again. Canisp, here we go.